Subscribe to Pravin Bhosale YouTube channel and press the bell icon for the latest video updates. Hello students, let today revise about human female reproductive system. The female reproductive organs or genitalia are divided into external and internal organs. External genitalia are labia majora, labia minora, mons pubis, clitoris, vestibule, hymen, greater vestibular gland and breast. Of this, labia majora, labia minora, mons pubis and clitoris are collectively called vulva. Labia majora, these are two large folds which forms the boundary of the vulva. They are homologous to scrotum of males. They are composed of skin, fibrous tissue and fats. These are prominent and longitudinal folds on right and left sides of the vestibule. Labia minora, these are smaller and thinner lips-like fold located just medially to the labia majora. Posteriorly, the labia minora are fused together to form the faucet. Mons pubis, it is fleshy elevation above the labia majora. Clitoris, it is a small erectile organ lying at the anterior end of the labia minora. It is homologous to the penis of males. It shows presence of erectile tissues. Vestibule, it is a median vertical depression of vulva enclosing vagina and urethral opening. Hymen, it is a thin layer of mucous membrane which partially occludes the opening of the vagina. Vestibular glands, these are a pair of vestibular gland or Bartholin gland which occurs on each side of the vaginal opening. These glands are homologous to the corpus gland of the male. They secrete a lubricating fluid. Internal genitalia, the female reproductive system consists of pair of ovary, pair of fallopian tube, single uterus and single vagina. Ovaries are the primary sex organ of the female reproductive system. They are almond-shaped bodies, each measuring about 3 cm long, 1.5 cm wide and 1 cm thick. The ovaries lie in the lower part of the abdomen. Each ovary is suspended from the dorsal body wall to broad ligament by a fold of peritoneum. Mesovarium. Ovary is connected to uterus by an ovarian ligament and is connected to lateral body wall by a suspensory ligament. Ovaries produce ova and also female sex hormone estrogen and progesterone. These two hormones control menstrual cycle and secondary sexual characters. Fallopian tube, oviduct are a pair of tube lying horizontally over peritoneal cavity close to the ovary. Each fallopian tube is about 10 to 12 cm long, narrow, muscular structure lined by ciliated epithelium. It conducts egg or ovum discharge from the ovary to the uterus. It is supported by a double fold of peritoneum called mesosalpinx. The free proximal end is dilated into a funnel-like infundibulum which bears a number of finger-like processes called fimbria at its free border. It shows the presence of an opening called ostium. This funnel is quite close to the ovary of its side so that the ova discharged from ovary are received. Ampulla is the site of fertilization. Isthmus is a very short, narrow part opening in the uterus. Uterus, it is also known as womb. It is a pear-shaped, highly muscular, thick-walled, hollow organ. It is about 8 cm long, 5 cm wide and 2 cm thick. It is present in the pelvic cavity between the rectum from behind and urinary bladder in front. It is attached to the body wall by double fold of peritoneum called mesometrium or broad ligament. Uterus is differentiated into a dome-shaped part above the opening of uterine tube is called fundus, broad upper part called body or corpus, narrow cylindrical part called cervix. Body of uterus receives the oviduct at its right and left upper angles. The cervix projects and opens into vagina. The cervix communicates above with the body of the uterus by an aperture, with vagina below by an opening. The highly distensible uterine wall consists of an outer serous layer derived from peritoneum called perimetrium. The middle thick muscular layer of smooth muscle is called myometrium. The inner highly vascular mucosa is called endometrium. It shows many uterine glands. It undergoes cyclic changes in thickness during menstrual cycle. Uterus receives the ovum from fallopian tube. It forms placenta for the development of the fetus. It expels the young one at birth. Vagina, it is highly collapsible and highly distensible fibromuscular tube in which cervix opens. It measures about 7.5 cm to 10 cm in length. It opens into the vestibule of vulva. Inner lining cells of vagina stores glycogen. Vaginal bacteria, mainly lactobacilli, ferment the glycogen and this makes the mucus acidic. Highly acidic medium in vagina prevents infection by fungus. In girls, the opening of vagina into vestibule of vulva is partially covered over by a fold of mucous membrane called hymen. Vagina is a copulatory passage as it receives erected penis during intercourse. It allows passage of menstrual flow. It serves as a birth canal during parturition.